Hello everyone, Merry Christmas! I'm Angela with Happy Little Stitch Shop, and today we are getting ready to kick off month 3 of our Vintage Christmas Throwback Quilt Along with Lori Holt, featuring Lori Holt's Cozy Christmas fabric collection and her Vintage Christmas quilt pattern. So I am super excited to do these blocks with you guys. I hope you have been having as much fun as I have been having. I've settled into the smaller piecing. I'm really kind of enjoying it now. I'm not as kind of scared about it. So it's a lot of fun, and I hope you're having fun too. And I can't believe we already have 10 blocks done, and we are heading into finishing 15. After this month, you'll have 15 blocks done. So let's refresh a little bit. Here are the blocks that we have done already. And we kicked it off with the Away in the Manger block. Super cute. And then we did our candy cane block. And then we moved on to our Christmas candy block. And then our Christmas candles block. Our Cozy Star, I think this one is called, I can't remember all the names, but that one's a beautiful star. This one is called Sidewalks. I remember that. This one might be my favorite one, and I'm thinking about trying to make some 12-inch blocks with this because it is so pretty. I don't remember what it's called, but it's beautiful. This is one of my favorite blocks. And the other ones are super cute, but that one's a really scrappy, fun block. And we have the doll block. This one was kind of fun to make. The Christmas tree, a classic Christmas tree block. Some people had some problems with the stand. Oh, poor Sharon. Oh, Sharon put her stand in the wrong place and she posted it, and I have been there, my friend. Trust me, I had issues with the width of the trunk, and I think Jennifer had issues with the trunk as well. So just beware when you do the Christmas tree block. Have patience with the bottom part of the Christmas tree. And I had a fit with this one, but it's together and I'm satisfied with it. I gotta cut some strings, but this is the gingerbread house. So now we're ready to move on to the next 5, but beware, so far we have been going in order in our Vintage Christmas book, and the next block after the gingerbread house block, you guys don't have the fabric for it yet. So that includes some of the blue reindeer fabric that was back ordered that is just getting out to you guys now. So we're gonna hold off on that one. We're gonna skip that block this month, and we're gonna probably tack it on to next month is what I'm thinking. So instead, we're gonna skip past that one and we're gonna move on to page 39, and we're gonna tackle the Glisten block. That's gonna be first. So grab your Vintage Christmas book, grab all your fabric, and I'm gonna go through next the fabric that is needed to start your Glisten block. Okay, everybody, we're ready to jump in and start sewing our Glisten block. That's gonna be the first block we're working on. Again, page 39 of your Vintage Christmas book. Let's take a peek at the fabric we need. First up, you're gonna need your white background, your Riley white. And you're gonna need your green gift wrap. I feel like this is called gift wrap. This green print. You're gonna need your yellow dots. These are for the corners of your block. And then the center of your block, the 9-patch center, includes the red lights. So that's what you need for your Glisten block. If you are following along with exactly how the blocks are put together in the book, that's what you'll need. I know some of you are not, so then go crazy and have fun, and I'm so excited to see how all these blocks turn out. So have fun making your Glisten block, and I'll be back with you once mine is done, and we'll move on to the next one. How did the Glisten block come together for you guys? Mine came together pretty good. It's a cute block. Look, this one wasn't too bad. The flying geese all lined up pretty much okay. The 9-patch was good. It was all good. So this is the Glisten block, and now we are ready to move on to the Holly and Ivy block. And this is on page 41 of our Vintage Christmas book. And here are the fabrics you're gonna need for your Holly and Ivy block. You have your white background again. You have the green holly, and then you have the pink and red gingham, and then the red lights again. So that's what you need if you're following the book fabrics for your holly and ivy block. Jump in, tackle that one, and then let's meet back here and I will share my progress with you. Have fun. How did your holly and ivy block come together? This one was pretty similar to the other one, I think, and so mine came together pretty okay. Here it is. Nothing that was too, off or anything. It went together pretty well. I may have had to rip out to line things up a little bit better in some places, but that's the life of a sewer, right? So here's my holly and ivy block, and now we are ready to move on to that adorable skate, that ice skate. This is called the ice skate block, and it is on page 43 of your Vintage Christmas book. And here are the fabrics you're gonna need for it. You're gonna need more of your Riley white. This time we're using the pink holly. And then we have, again, the pink and red gingham. This is one of my favorites from this. And then the red recipe. And then for the blade, we have the Riley gray. So grab all your fabrics, jump in and have fun with this one, and I will be back to hopefully say that I had smooth sailing for the ice skate block. How did your ice skate block go? This is such an adorable little block. I didn't add my my stitches to it yet to add the laces, but this is how it turned out. Mine went pretty good. I just had to pay close attention where to line, these up down here. I may have had to shorten this one a little bit, but I had to make sure that that's lined up down there correctly so that it's on the bottom of the skate. But this one is super cute. Are you guys having fun making these blocks? Next up, we are gonna start our bell block, which is called Jingle Bell Block. And it's on page 46 in your Vintage Christmas book. That's where it starts. And here's the fabric you're gonna need for your Jingle Bell block. We have the white background. We have the yellow gift wrap, the teal recipe, and the red sparkle. So those are the fabrics you need for the Jingle Bell block. Go ahead and pull those fabrics, start cutting like crazy, and enjoy piecing this little guy together. Have fun, and we'll be back to share my Jingle Bell block with you and move on to the next block. Were you singing Jingle Bells during your Jingle Bell block construction? I wasn't, but I'm just curious as to if you were, because I just thought of it. So here's my Jingle Bell, and it was a lot of fun to put together. It came together pretty well. I didn't run into any problems, so hopefully that's the same for you. This was a lot of fun to put together. And can you guys believe that we are already working our way through the first 15 blocks of this quilt? By this December, by holiday season this year, 2021, you will have this quilt finished to enjoy. This is gonna fly by, and by the time we're done, we're gonna be ecstatic that we're done, but we're also gonna wish we had it to do all over again, because this is a lot of fun to make. And I see myself going back to this Vintage Christmas book time and time again for many more projects in the future. It is so cute, the projects that Lori Holt put in this book. So many cute projects in here. So I see myself visiting this book many, many times. So now we're gonna move on to our Little Deer block. And this one starts on page 48 in your Vintage Christmas book. And let's talk about fabric, because there are a couple fabric choices you guys are gonna have to make in here. First up, you'll need your white for the background. And then you'll have to decide what you want to do for the brown for the deer. I am having a hard time telling from the pictures if it's cinnamon, which is the darker brown, or if it's nutmeg, which is the lighter brown. So I'm gonna go ahead and use nutmeg, because that's the one I'm leaning towards, but I think you could use either brown and it would look just fine, and it would work just fine with this block. So decide between cinnamon and nutmeg for your brown. And then you're gonna need the green gift wrap for the bow tie, the pink candy cane for the inside of the ears, the red recipe for the red nose, and then for the little knot in the bow tie, it was hard for me to tell which green was used because you don't see much of a print on it in the picture. So I'm choosing to use the green candy cane, but I really think you could pick whichever green you want, or whatever color you want for that matter, and make the knot of the bow tie whatever you want. But I'm gonna use the green candy cane for that. So those are the fabrics that I'm going to be using for the little deer block. So go ahead and start cutting and piecing this block together, and then we'll come back and we'll share when we're done. How was the little deer block? It came together so cute. Look at that little deer with that little bow tie. It's so adorable. I haven't added the eyes yet. And I think, okay, so for the smaller 6-inch block, she has us adding stitches. For the bigger 12-inch block, we use buttons. I was going to try to use buttons for it, but I think I'm going to have to try. See if a 1/4-inch button will be too big, or if it'll work for after it's quilted to add that to it. So I'm going to play around with that, or if I'm just going to add stitches. I haven't decided yet. But here is the little deer block, and this is our final block for this month, month 3 of our Vintage Christmas Throwback Quilt-Along. So I hope you had fun stitching these 5 adorable blocks this month, and join me again next month. I'm going to try to start releasing these on the 25th of every month for Christmas. So that's my plan. That's my goal, is to try to release these videos on the 25th of each month. So hopefully we'll see if I can give that a whirl and make that happen. But please join me again at the end of this month for month 4 of our quilt-along. And in the meantime, please go to our shop and check out all of our goodies that we have for quilting and cross stitch. I will put links below for the items that were used for these blocks for this month. But visit happylittlestitchshop.com for all of your quilting and cross stitching goodies. Please follow Happy Little Stitch Shop on Facebook and Instagram. And please join our Happy Little Stitchers Facebook group. And of course, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel, our Happy Little Stitch Shop YouTube channel. We really appreciate your support. Thank you so much for quilting this beautiful Lori Holt quilt with me. Have a wonderful month, you guys, and I'll see you back here again at the end of the month. Take care, everybody. Happy stitching.